Hello students, today we are going to study a new lesson in economics, that is human resource. Human resource in the sense a country's population can be termed as a resource. As we have studied in geography, many types of resources are there: land, soil, water, plants, many things which all can be termed as resource. Same way, human beings are also known as a resource. How uh, people can become a resource? The people as resource, as we refer to a country's working people in terms of their existing productive skills and abilities. Means people can become a resource when they work, when they become productive skills and abilities. They uh, contribute some productive skills and abilities, they can become a resource. When they work, they contribute for the development of the country. So that way they can become a resource. And a country can invest in making more and more human capital formation by investing in health and education. Means a country can develop more education and healthy people, or more educated and healthy people, then we can say that it is human capital formation. So it is the part of the country, or it is the responsibility of the country to make more and more development in human capital formation. How can we invest in human capital? First way is by education. Education is the first way to increase human capital formation. And second one, that is health. So health, education, then technical skills or training, these all are the ways to increase human capital: education, training, medical care, or health. By these way, we can invest in human capital. Human resource can make use of other land and capital. Means if we invest in human resource, that human being can make use of other resources such as land and also capital. By investing in human resource, India's population can be made as an asset. So India is a country which has lot of population or huge population. First, in the initial years, people thought that this population is a liability, or liability in the sense of burden. But now, when we understood that population can become a human resource, we understand that population can become an asset. Asset in the sense of an investment which can make the country developed. So education increases total productivity, and total productivity adds to the growth of the economy. By education, if we educate the children, they get some job and they increase the production, and that production can lead to the growth of the country. So human capital is very important part in a country. Now let's see, there are two important cycles of human resource. That is virtuous cycle and vicious cycle of human resource. Virtuous cycle and vicious cycle of human resource in the sense, virtuous cycle in the sense, educated parents, they invest more on education of their child and they are conscious of their nutrition and hygiene. People, educated parents, they invest more on the children's education and health, hygiene, nutrition, etc. And they look after their children's education and health. So that children, when they grow up, they again contribute to, or they again look after their children's health and education, that thus creating a virtuous cycle. Parents who are educated, they invest more on education of their children, and those children, when they grow up, they become healthy, educated, and hygiene. They understand the importance of this hygiene, health, and education. They also uh, inculcate the habit of these education, health, and hygiene in their children. Thus, a cycle of human resources developed, that is known as virtuous cycle. Vicious cycle in the sense, disadvantaged parents, parents who don't have literacy, illiterate people, or don't have education, and they don't know the importance of health. Such parents themselves, they are actually uneducated and they don't have hygiene. They don't know the importance of health and hygiene. They keep their children in the same disadvantaged way or disadvantaged state. Thus that children again when they grow up, they same way they treat their own children. So such a cycle or a generation is created that is known as vicious cycle. So these two aspects are very important in the study of human resource: virtue cycle and vicious cycle of human resource. Now let's see one country, that is Japan. Japan is very rich country and developed country which has invested more in human capital formation or human resource. How they have invested, and they don't have, or Japan is a country which don't have natural resources. It is there is no natural resources. They import the natural resources. They invest in health and education of the people. But Japan invests in human resource and efficiency in technology evolved by the people make Japan a rich and developed country. When they invest more in education, they get some technological skills, and these technological skills developed by the people, by Japan in the people, it become a, or they contribute to the development of the country. So thus Japan is an example in front of other world countries, how a country without natural resources but still it is a developed and it is a rich country, how it can become rich and developed. This is the one of the important example before us. Next, we can say that, so I have told you that health and education has a leading role in the human capital formation. Now, let us see. There are two important stories given in the textbook, that is story of Sakal and story of Vilas. Sakal, his parents had given more importance for education and health. So Sakal gets the education and he starts some software, computer related course he studies, vocational course he studies, and he developed a new software which earned more profit for the firm where he gets employment. While Vilas same age boy as Sakal, but Vilas' parents are disadvantaged or they don't have education, and they are also not they don't have any importance for health. They themselves are were sick and ill, so they uh, did not send Vilas to school, and later Vilas became an uneducated boy, and he follows his own parents' occupation, that is selling fish in the market. And he does not become human resource because have he don't have the educational health. So this is the story of Vilas and Sakal. Here we can analyze. Sakal becomes a software official or a professional where he sells his. He has developed a new software and he earned too much profit for the firm in which he is employed. While Vilas, he himself is an uneducated boy. Later he is fell into a vicious cycle. So these two stories, by analyzing these stories, we can understand how the parents can create a virtuous cycle and a vicious cycle of human resource. So education has lot of importance in the educational health has lot of importance in the human capital formation. Here we have studied through these stories, we have studied about the importance of human capital formation.